Hey guys, what's going on? Tyrauku here, and I hope you're all doing great. So today's video idea came from Loki in the Discord. He sent me a message a few days ago saying that he has an in-game Mercy tracker, and I was thinking, well, we just had the Mercy tracker get shut down. How have you gotten another one so quickly? Well, to my surprise, Plarium's had this in the game the whole time. It was hiding from us. They've literally made champions that told us this was in the game, but we've all missed it. But here I am, and thanks to Loki, here I am to show you guys the new Mercy Tracker in game. Now, you don't have to use any pencil and paper, you don't have to use an Excel sheet, but you do got to do some manual tracking, unfortunately. If you guys enjoy this, don't forget to hit a like, leave a comment down below what you think about the new Mercy system, and subscribe. Also, a big thank you to today's sponsor. If you guys want to check them out, click the link down below. Enter the code #Tyrauku hashtag in the chat within 3 hours after playing the game. And let's get into talking about what Gemstone Legends is about. So what is Gemstone Legends? Gemstone Legends is a mobile match 3 RPG game that before starting to play, I was not really a huge fan of the match 3 genre of games, but Gemstone Legends has definitely caught my eye and kept my attention. So Gemstone Legends, the first thing, dragons, okay? We all love dragons, and Gemstone Legends currently has 5 different dragons that you can use throughout battle, each of them bringing different abilities, different skill sets that can change your strategy throughout the battle. Another thing that I really enjoy about Gemstone Legends is the fact that you don't have to have the best legendary champions to go through the campaign, compete in the dungeons, do the arena battles, and do the raid bosses. You can get by with champions that you can farm from the campaign, which is very, very cool. There's actually a rare champion named Ultan who's actually used in pretty high levels of the arena, which I think is pretty awesome. I mean, we all love champions that we can get for free. Speaking of champions, Gemstone Legends actually provided us a code to use in the game to get a free epic champion, 500,000 gold coins, 5 gold scrolls, and 300 gems. All you got to do is type in the code #Tyrauku hashtag within the first 3 hours of playing the game, and you will get all of those rewards. Now, another thing that's pretty cool about Gemstone Legends is when you're going through the campaign, you don't have to go to stage 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 7. You can pick and choose your path throughout the map, and there's different benefits of going through the map. So when you're moving through the map, you can actually get gold coins, you can get more gems, or you can skip all of the potential good rewards and go from stage 1, 2, 3, and then maybe to go to stage 7, depending on which path you take. So don't forget to click the link down below, install, and then type in the code #Tyrauku hashtag within 3 hours of playing the game to get a free epic champion, 500,000 gold coins, 5 gold scrolls, and 300 gems. And let's get back to the video. So once again, guys, thank you to Gemstone Legends for sponsoring today's video. If you want to support the channel, click the information down below, top comment, or in the description, and I do appreciate that. But today, the Mercy system that we're going to be talking about is obviously applying to Ancients, Voids, and Sacreds, the only shards we actually care about. There's no Mercy system on the Mystery Shards anyways. You click this little eye, and you click Mercy system. You can see how the breakdown happens. After 200 shards of Ancients or Voids, basically you get a 5% chance higher to get a legendary from each shard open past that. At 220, you get a guaranteed legendary, but now we have no clue how to track that because unfortunately all the Mercy trackers have been shut down. Now when it comes to Sacred Shards, hopefully nobody has bad enough luck that you have to get to the Mercy system before you get a legendary. So hopefully this doesn't even happen. But after they shut down those Mercy trackers, we kind of clueless where we're at. And I've never used an Excel sheet to track this. I'm not going to use pencil and paper to track this, but this idea that Loki had, I can actually see myself using this. And I've actually never seen anybody talk about this. It's actually a really good idea. So Plarium has actually already known about this. They literally made champions who tell us. We have Countess Lix, so she's counting the shards. We have Pitiless One, which, pity system. Boom, there's another one. We probably even have some other champions that I'm just forgetting. But look, literally, these champions, well, you may think that they were Vault champions, at least in Pitiless One, but now he's a Vault champion and a Mercy counter. Now, what am I talking about? Well, my champion that I'm using is my other Vault champion, which is Pixneal. So Pixneal has no use other than storing books and doing this Mercy tracking. So how does this Mercy tracker work? Well, you equip the champion with the amount of shards you've opened, essentially. Now, what does that actually mean? So the top row here is my Ancient Shard Mercy Tracker. This second row is my Void Shard Mercy Tracker. And this bottom row is a flex with the reaction gear, but it is my Sacred Shard Mercy Tracker. And let's go ahead and give her a tag. She'll be my favorite. I mean, I'll realize that I'm not actually going to use her because I'll never use Pixel. She's not really my favorite. But when it comes to Mercy Tracking, she's going to do pretty good. Now, how does this work? Well, whenever you open up an Ancient Shard, for example, you upgrade the shield to level 1, okay? So the far right piece, upgrade to level 1, but say I do a 10 pull, all right? So I've already opened up 1, say I went into the 10 pull, well, I'll go in here, and I'm upgrading these, and I'm messing up my Mercy Tracker to show you guys this, remember, okay? But I upgrade this to 1, and now I'm 11 shards into pity. So this is an easy way to keep track of, hey, where am I at? It's in-game. You don't have to tab out, go to an Excel sheet. You don't got to write down on a piece of paper. If you wake up from the clan boss, you jump in here, you say, YOLO, I'm going to pull a sacred. You open a sacred, and you don't hit mercy. Maybe I do. Okay, so I didn't get a legendary. Oh, I actually won that champion. But you go in here to Pixneal, and you upgrade that ring slot, because that's just where I have it at. You can use it wherever, but this makes sense. Upgrade this ring slot to 1, and now I know, hey, I'm 1 sacred shard into my mercy system. Now, this works best after you pull a legendary, and then you can start tracking it. But as it is, this is actually a pretty good way to keep track, in my opinion. I mean, you're going to be farming enough gear where you can always do this. You don't have to have blue pieces of gear, purple pieces of gear, and orange legendary pieces of gear. This is just for organization. Obviously, you can have random unleveled pieces of gear on here. That's perfectly fine. But you get benefits of boosted player power by having this gear equipped, especially if it's resistance and crit rate. So that's pretty cool. And you have a pretty simple built-in game mercy tracker where you're using a champion who's a vault champion anyways. You are using gear that you may eventually want to level up as well, and you're tracking your shards being opened without having to tab to any other program. So by no means is this a fix to the system. Like, obviously the mercy tracker was way better than this system, but this versus using an Excel sheet or using a notepad is way, way better. Now, I don't want to leave you guys with this video with just talking about that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about in today's video was actually some other sets. So talking about that, obviously, yeah, you can use that as a mercy tracker. I'm going to be using it. I think it's pretty cool. Granted, I'm going to have to put new gear on my Pixneon now because I already upgraded it. But the other thing that I was wanting to talk about is, especially with the dragon going on right now, I did a video yesterday talking about the Dragon's Lair and the gear that's beneficial from here. But I do want to mention 3 sets that I find to be my favorite sets. So I've done videos a while back on these, but these 3 sets are unique sets that when you put them in the right team are actually pretty daggone awesome. So first off, let's talk about Retaliation. Retaliation gear is very, very good, okay? A lot of people overlook it because Ice Golem is a dungeon that's not very often farmed, but Retaliation can be thrown on champions. When you don't have a counterattack champion on the team, this gear can essentially give you reliable counterattacks. I mean, you have a 35% chance to counterattack when hit, okay? So when the clan boss goes below 50% HP, he actually attacks twice. So each hit, you have a 35% chance of counterattacking, which is very, very solid. On champions like Vizier, champions like Vrask, champions with good A1 abilities, Retaliation is so, so good, and it's a set that's really overlooked. And honestly, you can even get that set from the campaign. So if you really want a Retaliation set, get it from the campaign. The reason why I mentioned this is because some of these sets you may not need instantly, but you may want to save them for future use. So you could throw them on champions like your Pixneal, and assuming you're not super lucky, you're probably going to be upgrading most of these pieces anyways. Now, you're not going to get this one past 2, right? Because you're not going to go to 300, but you will be upgrading these, so you can upgrade them slowly over time. Like I have 6-star pieces here with speed, 6-star piece with attack. I'll probably sell this, but this one I'll keep. I mean, I could definitely use that down the road. So Retaliation is a set that I think is a lot of fun, a very cool set, and definitely one that's good to track your mercy on because you could use it down the road. So another set that I like is Frenzy set. So the Frenzy set is a set that increases your turn meter by 10% for every 5% HP lost. Now, this set is very cool on a lot of champions. Now, Fire Knight is another area where you're going to be farming a lot of. It's a very, very good place to farm, and you'll get a lot of this gear, and you may just sell it. Well, this gear specifically is very good on champions like Ragnar. Champions like Ragnar, where he's dealing damage to himself, he's going to get a ton of extra turns. Champions like Skytouch Shaman, who deals damage to herself each turn, is also going to go way more frequently because in their kit, they're literally dealing damage to themselves. And the Frenzy set actually says it doesn't give you turn meter increase if the champion deals damage to themselves, but the text on that is actually incorrect and it does still work, which is very cool because this set is a fun one to use on two champions specifically, Skytouch Shaman and Ragnar. I've used it. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you're going to do things like Clan Boss, it may be a little difficult to tune, but I did hear somebody tell me that the Frenzy set can actually be tuned to work on Ragnar in an block damage unkillable team. So, well, not actually unkillable, but it's block damage team. This could work. So that's pretty cool. I do like that idea. And I would definitely like to try that. If anybody's built that, definitely let me know because that would be a pretty cool team, a pretty interesting team to see in action. Now, the third set, I'm going to mix this up for different dungeons. I mean, there's really good sets on all these dungeons that are not very talked about, not very used, honestly. But Dragon's Lair, you guys have already heard it a million times. The Avenging set is one of my favorites. So the Avenging set compared to the Retaliation, what's the difference? Well, Avenging only activates on crits, and it has a little bit higher chance to actually activate the counterattack. However, the Avenging set, which is right here, so 45% chance to counterattack when hit with a crit, whereas Retaliation is a 35% chance when hit. The Avenging is not suffering from damage reduction from the counterattack. So any counterattack ability, the damage you deal is reduced, but with Avenging set, it's not. So if you put it on a champion like Skullcrown, any champion with an A1 AoE ability specifically, or any champion who could get benefit from it, is going to do full damage from their A1 ability whenever they're counterattacking. So those are three sets, guys, that I really like, that are unique, that you could throw on your champions to level it up while you're doing your mercy tracking, up until the point where we get an actual mercy tracker either built into the game by Plarium, or somebody's able to build another one from their software. But as the time being, I think the one using your champion, my champion specifically Pixneal, making her a F tier champion to now a somewhat useful champion with this mercy tracker, I think it's pretty cool, guys. What do you think? Is this a inventive way to keep track of your mercy? Obviously, you can ascend them to 5-star, so you can equip 2 of them here. But honestly, I don't ever want to see this going past 16, okay? So if I upgrade this to 16, I should have a legendary pulled within 16 sacred shards. So remember, Ancients at the top, Voids right here, and Sacred Shards down here. So guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video. I hope you did. Hopefully it gives you a good idea. Thank you for Loki for giving me this video idea. It's pretty cool. So don't forget to check out the sponsor of today's video, Gemstone Legends. Don't forget to click one of the videos that are about to pop up, and I'll catch you in the next one.